We are not Christians because Jesus came and died for us on the cross and died for our sins. No. We are Christians today because we were colonized by people who call themselves Christians. That's where it comes from. We were colonized. They colonized us, and they colonized even our belief system. Parts of Africa are also colonized by Islam because those people came in there and imposed their belief system. We didn't volunteer to be Christians. We had to be Christians because that was the only way we could survive. Otherwise we would have been killed and murdered like dogs. We need warriors who will stand up, and make sure that we restore who we were before.
I tried to tell you.
Igbo person, any Igbo man or woman that does not know that the only reason why we have Igbo Christianity is because of colonization, and the person is not really a good student of history, or the person is just using the phone to play Tom and Jerry. Because if you use your phone for active studies and trying to feed your mind, you will be aware that the only reasons Africans in the Igbo, the only reasons why we are Christians today is because we were colonized. Now, converting to Christianity became a system of survival, not necessarily because we found it appealing. It became a system of survival because for some of our ancestors, when they were existing, it came to a point whereby if you're not religious, if you're not a Christian, then they will term you a witch doctor, or they will say that you're affiliating with the devil, especially if you are still, participating or practicing indigenous spirituality ordinarily. They'll automatically call you a witch doctor just because you are not a Christian. You're still practicing the religious belief system of your ancestors. So for them to basically survive, they had to, convert to Christianity. Now the whole idea of sacrifices, I had this conversation, which I always try to avoid, but for one or two reasons I get roped in these conversations. And once I get this sense of, you're being domineering and you're coming from a place of ignorance, and I know that no matter what I say, you're not going to listen, I just try to avoid and look at this nonsense that this person posted in one of our arguments on the whole idea of sacrifice. Now the Christians believe that our ancestors were communicating with demons and devils, therefore we were performing human sacrifice, quote unquote, because we want to gain material things, and that is why we are performing human sacrifices. But within the Igbo cosmological system, what are the principles of sacrifice? Why do we perform sacrifice? Now I compressed it into 4 principles. The first principle is the principle of thanksgiving. We perform sacrifices because we want to thank our forebearers for the food that they developed, for the landscape, for their farming system, for our agriculture, for our canozo, our science and technology, our local science and technology, our rainmaking system, for everything that they constituted within their own system, which, if not because of colonization, we would have built our own system on their own foundation. But because of colonization, we literally forgot everything that our ancestors laid, and we were trying to emulate, we were trying to westernize instead of civilize based on our own indigenous culture, customs and foundations. So we offer sacrifices because we want to thank our ancestors, those that instituted our lineages in the Tolonguru. Those are instead our lineages, every effort, no matter how tiny, how minuscule their efforts were. We offer thanks, we offer sacrifices because we want to thank our Ndiche, the Umuada, the Ndiche, Umuada, Umuopo, every aspect of our ancestral spirituality, our ancestors, we offer thanks to them. Now, the second principle is the principle of acknowledgement. When we offer sacrifices as Igbo, we are sacrificing because we want to acknowledge those ancestors. The first one is thanking them, then the second one is acknowledging their presence, acknowledging their existence. Now, the Igbo fast system, in our cosmology, we have what we call Chi and Izumesu. Chi becomes an individual creator, the guidance spirit, the essence, the spiritual essence, the consciousness of an individual. Now, if you say almost we will not have concepts like Awo, Ndimire, Ndiche, Alose, and all those things that accompany if it is based on our cosmology. So when we offer sacrifices to these cosmological entities, we are acknowledging their effort, because these entities, they exist for one singular function. They want us to be able to live out our life, grow our consciousness, and at the end of the day to fulfill our cosmic purpose. Because again, based on our Igbo cosmological system, we believe that Anebialowa is Wahia. we reincarnated into this reality to harvest or to go to, to buy things. It could be experience, it could be, to undo or to redo this life, to solve some sort of karma, or so becoming idealized. Why have we came here to buy something? So because we came here to buy something, when we've gotten those things and we came here to buy, it is going to push us into fulfilling our cosmic existence, our cosmic purpose. So the efforts that our our ancestors, our the effort that they are putting into making us to actualize this purpose, it is why we offer sacrifices to them. And again, the first principle of Thanksgiving, we also thank this ESG model. Now the third principle is the principle of protection. We are seeking protection from those that came before us, our ancestors and all these forces. Now, our ancestors, we have this proverb, Eja and BCJ. It means that when you travel or when you go to a different location, you are going to come back to those people that you left behind. That is the whole essence of traveling. Now, traveling to Igbo, it is not that you went and you did not come back. If you did not come back, it is not a good travel. But Eja BCJ, you went for something and you came back to meet those people that you left behind. So Eja BCJ. So we offer sacrifices of protection. That they should protect us against negative energies in that John and that John matter, against things that wants to do us harm, against forces or against situations that are going to make us not to go back to those people that we left behind. And the first principle is the principle of procuring intent, and which is offering sacrifices that to those that came before us for the purpose of manifesting an intent. That intent could be the actualization of our cosmic purpose. It could be the actualization of our dreams, things that we dream about. If you want to be a medical doctor, it could be the actualization of you being a medical doctor. So what religious people do here is that they are looking at the whole Igbo traditional belief system through a shallow world view. Just one aspect, everything evil, demonic, or you just offer sacrifices because you want to take from somebody, to kill somebody, to do all those things. Now, even it is not just limited to traditional people, even religious people also have bad thoughts, bad intents. And most of these religious people are people that go to witch doctors to get charms to harm another person, because people that believe in the cosmological and traditional belief system, they understand the principle of ometelbulu. You reap whatever you sow. So we are always conscious enough to not participate in activities that are going to cause us problem or cause our children, our descendants problem in the future. So we are cautious about it, and our ancestors were at the same time cautious about it. Now the problem here is that our people are living under the illusion that these sacrifices or the worship of deities and the belief that we have in deities is the reasons why we are not like other Western world. But that principle is just Christians just trying to score points, trying to make it so they will tell you, oh, look at this family, they're traditionalists, and look at that, it's nobody that is wealthy in their family. But at the same time, you can also count numerous religious Christian families that nobody is well to do in their families. So you will now say that God the careful. But because Christians want to use it to score points, and they will tell you that that sin is the reason, or is the reason why you're poor, or the sin is the reason why God is not blessing you. Like I'm going to play the video, you're going to see it here. And when the pastor said that sin is the reasons why you're not progressing, why you're poor, why you're still living in poverty. The moment you stop sinning, this is when you start progressing. All those things are just false, because in our reality, Christians, we need to be in reality. In our reality, that we can see we can see that both religious people and non-religious people, if life gives you some kind of circumstances, you deal with it. So we know traditionalists that are extremely wealthy, well-schooled, we have professors and physicists and all those people that are well-to-do, that are still practicing their indigenous spirituality, and they are progressing. And at the same time, we are still seeing some people that are practicing, but they are not well-to-do. It is just life that is dealing with us, giving us more than we can take, circumstances of life. That is it. So I just want Christians to understand that because you are practicing your belief system, it does not mean that other people that are practicing a different kind of religious or belief system, that they are demonic and they want to harm you or to hurt you. We have more important things to focus on. So that's it for this video. So see you next time in my next video. Yeah, guys, there.